welcome to my channel. I'm Harvey and I am going to be talking around today how I thought that my eczema would never heal and how I actually managed to heal it. Now, given that I have suffered with eczema from birth, so basically using steroid creams and prescription creams was my 5 or 6, 7 step skincare routine, I literally went from that to using just one product, and the results just speak for themselves. I will be popping pictures in so you guys can see what my skin used to look like, and by actually taking a full-on hold of it, I was able to heal that skin. So let's just talk about what used to be my daily symptoms. So being an eczema girly, you guys will know that you are prone to having red, itchy, inflamed skin, and that would literally occur at any point. Depending on what you are wearing, you have to be very, very sensitive on what clothes you can wear, what you can bathe in. Even like you'd be looking at your diet, because you'd be like, can I even eat that? Is it going to cause me a reaction? So literally, I am talking from the place where I was very aware that I couldn't do certain things because it may trigger my eczema and result in me having a flare-up. So for me, these are just some of the products that I've kept in my skincare archive of a reminder of what my skincare used to consist of. I used to be reliant on this so insanely. You guys know what this product is if you are an eczema prone person. I could not go anywhere without this cream, and I spent probably half a life using this and still having flare-ups. I also was prescribed this cream too. As you guys can tell, I haven't actually even used it, so it is still in its original packaging, and just a bit of a testament that the steps that I took to heal my skin actually worked, because these are now more or less like trophies that I have on my dressing table to remind me of how far I have come in the skincare routine. You guys are probably waiting to think, what did you actually do? Because when I tell you I actually started working on this during lockdown, we're now in 2026, so it's not like I did something a year ago or 2 years ago. I actually have been working on this project and working on this for a long time, and the results over time have shown that they actually freaking work. So when I say to you, I wasn't able to wear makeup because my skin was that bad. I wasn't even able to wear lipstick because my skin would react. I am wearing a moderate kind of makeup. I've got some eyeliner on, I've got my lipstick on, and you know what? Skin is skinning, and you guys can tell when someone has recently had a flare-up to when they haven't had a flare-up for a long period of time. And that was done through using and looking into what was causing my eczema. This was a question that even doctors couldn't resolve for me. So for me, it was really important that I actually share this with you guys, because if you want to continue relying on these, which I don't think you do, you're going to want to know what I did. So it all started off when I would look at the ingredients for products like this, and having used them for, like I say, literally half of my life, and looking at the stuff that was in these products and then relating it back to the problem in my skincare, in my skin per se, these weren't actually going to provide me with long-term healing. These were just short-term fixes which provide some sort of relief. So again, nothing against the doctors for prescribing this because it makes sense, but for me, wanting a long-term healing, it just wasn't going to agree with me. And again, ingredients on here as well, I don't even know half what these ingredients did, so I was a little bit like mindful that, is this even healing my skin? So I simplified the process. I looked at what was the problem with my skin. I had a weak skin barrier, so my eczema would generally start off in an area which was dry. Okay, I would then scratch that dry skin, and then obviously as you scratch it, you're taking a layer of your skin off, making it worse actually, and then that's when the redness starts appearing, that's when the inflammation starts happening. So it's a vicious cycle and it's continuous. So for me, the main thing was, generally tends to happen like when the skin's dry, or I've been exposed to a new environment, or it could be the fact that I've had lack of sleep, or there'll be factors that would relate to the skin becoming dry in the first instance. But the main trigger was your skin's getting dry, and then you automatically start going like scratch, scratch, scratch. So I simplified the process. Okay, my skin's getting dry. Why is my skin becoming dry? Interesting. Let's look into this. Obviously, I have a weak skin barrier, which is why my skin is dry. A normal person over here would literally, who doesn't suffer with dry skin or eczema, tends to have a stronger skin barrier. So their skin is able to retain moisture better than my skin. My skin does not retain moisture, which is why it becomes dry. And then when it becomes dry and I start scratching it, I actually allow more irritants to enter my skin, which then causes the inflammation. And then the inflammation, you know the story from here, it just gets worse. So for me, it was understanding what was causing this and what can I do to help strengthen my skin barrier. And it was the fact that my skin is not able to retain moisture, which is why moisturizers just don't work on me. And if I'm using ingredients that are retained in something like this, again, not going to work. So for me, it is about, I need to repair my skin barrier. What is weak in my skin barrier that is allowing for me to have this knock-on effect of dry skin, flare-ups, and then you know the story. Basically, you are going to be scratching for a while and reaching out for anything that can help you. And sometimes even this provides a short relief, you just know it's going to be a matter of days before it comes back again. My skin barrier wasn't able to retain moisture, and I need to be able to put a product on it that helps it retain moisture. Ingredients that actually help support my skin barrier as opposed to just masking the problem. And this is where I started to find and look into things that were going to be working for my skin. So it was a lot of trial and error, but it also came down to the fact that I knew that my skin needed really good ingredients that actually help build up the lipid area in my skin barrier, the area that actually locks in and retains moisture. So your skin is based, at the moment my skin, because of it having a weak skin barrier, was kind of a bit like this, right? Normal skin is like this, retains the moisture. So I needed to fill these gaps basically in my skin barrier. So I needed to have really good ingredients that help do that, and obviously did the research into that. What ingredients can help build up that layer in my skin barrier? And this is where the little pink part was created. It was created using 100% natural ingredients, and it was a process to get to this stage. 100% natural ingredients, and ingredients that you could eat on toast if you wanted to. So in comparison to the stuff that I was using before, I would never eat this stuff. Not that I said I've eaten this. I wanted to put on my skin stuff that I knew what all of the ingredients were. And those ingredients have been absolutely sensational in repairing my skin barrier and providing my skin with the strength to deal with everyday life. Because if you are a sensitive skin girly, you know that going on the London Underground, when the weather changes, you are going to be having reactions. This little bad boy, it is a small pot, but it goes a long way, and it consists of 7 key ingredients which have been transformational in repairing my skin from years worth of eczema from birth and giving me almost like a new lease of life. Like for me, going on a Caribbean holiday was not going to be a thing, but now like going in the sun and going like 35 degrees plus weather is just like not even, I don't bat an eyelid. And the formula in creating this is just something that my skin needs. It's not watery, it's not too thick, it's exactly what I need it to be. And when I put it on my skin, it is lasting a long time. So I was sick of reading skincare products that go, oh, it lasts up to 12 hours. And on my skin, it wouldn't even last 5 minutes. So it took a long time to get here. And I will do a separate video talking around the ingredients of this. But today's video was solely for the purpose of talking around my journey being an eczema girly and how I've managed to heal that journey, and products that I used to rely on are now a little bit like they're in my skin archive of basically stuff that I used to use but didn't really heal my skin. It was more like masking the problem and providing short-term relief. So yeah, there is a light at the end of the tunnel for any person who is suffering from sensitive skin, and this is proof that things do work. So yes, tune in for my next video where I will be diving in deeper into the ingredients that I used to make this and the fact that it does actually work. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah!